Hello, everybody. This is Xavier Artist. Xavier made a boy the kid 1 and I'm here today to talk to you about astrology. Today in astrology, we're going to be talking about the moon being in Virgo and the sun, or we just had a new moon and now the moon's in Virgo. So the new moon energy, it was a solar eclipse, so it's a new energy on how to stay productive and be productive. So you're gonna have a new want to get on a routine and pattern. A new routine and pattern you're gonna want to focus on. A new mission, a new objective you're gonna want to work on. Something new you're gonna want to work on and obtain. So yeah. Something new you're gonna want to work on. So you're gonna try to put that into place and put that into a better understanding for yourself and get some sort of routine and pattern going. You're gonna try to start some sort of new business, new foundation, new idea, something new to work on. Yeah. Routines and patterns you're gonna look forward to. You're gonna look at routines and patterns like they're emotionally fulfilling. You're gonna see how you can fulfill your space with with something new, and if that helps you. You're gonna be basing it on the last moon that we just had, which was a new moon in Leo. So we wanted a new way to get attention. So we're gonna be looking at how we got attention or how we lose attention, what gets us attention and what makes us lose attention, based on what we're working on, what we spend a routine and pattern on, and what we consider productive or unproductive. If we're getting attention from it and have other people to share with and have something to work on, then that's good. That means we're on the right pattern, we're on the right way of thinking. Because Virgo is all about how you process your inner emotions that build your reality. So your inner emotions can be Cancer, and processing them is like Gemini, the other side of Virgo. And then you have to make an action or see movement, analyze it to critique reality based on what you emotionally felt and sensed and what moved you in reality. So you have 3 layers of reality. You have space, like the atmosphere, you got the sun, you got clouds, you got the ground, you got your home, you got your body, you got your mind, then you got your spirit. So all those different parts of yourself live inside of you to analyze your emotions, to analyze your thoughts, and to observe who you are inside based on what you're absorbing from the sky, from the world, from the sun, from the air, from the birds, from the bugs, from the bees, from the trees, from the atmosphere, whatever you're observing and absorbing from the atmosphere, you push out and generate as a newfound way of interacting. So when you interact, you create a neurosensitive experience that your body only knows to react to. It's like adrenaline rushes. When your adrenaline takes over and like saves your life, or like when you jump out of the way of a bullet or out of a moving car, or like you save your life on an instant, is because the parts of yourself that you know do or don't want to go through that experience, have a particular set amount of time absorbed and invested in your body, to where no matter what your brain or your two eyes see or think, your body reacts and moves in a certain way just based on how your blood flows and who you are as a person, because your blood flows how you think. So however you was thinking as a spirit created your brain cells and your brain plasma and your blood plasma to build up on itself and blood clot a bunch of times to create a mind, a brain, an organ, a body, or a cell. And it organized itself and had its own memories and its own wisdom to be able to intuitively create a organ, a body, a blood vessel, a partial tissue, a blood cell, anything that you can calculate or as functionable for the body or innate nature, it just does. Like even a ladybug has organs or functions to the body, a fly. So this whole thing is an organ. Everything is an organ, and it like just feeds on each other, uses each other, needs each other, filters each other, feeds to each other, like gives to each other. Everything it harvests in one place or another. Like you can see Earth as like a stomach, and the sun like the mind, and then everything in between like the body, then like the darkness like your feet. The moon nighttime is where things get shitted out. So it's like when you rise up, you see the sun and your perspective walks around, and you gotta find a way to make your stomach feel comfortable. When you feel nervous, you can feel it in the ground. Earth shakes, your body trembles. You know what I'm saying? When you feel grounded, when you feel at peace, it's like a calm. There's gas or wind. You know, when there's a lot of thoughts, there's crazy thoughts going on, a lot of thinking going around, you know. When it's hot, you need to cool off, you need some water, you need it to rain, you know. When it's dry, you need some water. When it's too hot, it's too wet, all type of stuff. When you got things like that going on, you know what person you are and what side of the world you come on. You know what moves you, what collects you. You know when things need to grow, when things need to fall, when things need to separate, and when things need to connect. So just that analytical attention is what we need, which is key to life. This is why Virgo is one of the strongest zodiac signs, because the nervous system, it represents the nervous system, And the nervous system represents the key details of innate moving, or like um, the initial details that God put in you, like of breath and of um, things your body just does on its own that you don't need to teach it. How well you can knowledgeably be in the right perspective to then grow as a spirit and then believe in yourself to create a perspective that aligns so well that it never breaks and never falters, and how much strength that takes is unimaginable. So that is left to the imagination, that's left to things that can't be explained, that's left to stones unturned, or things that you may never know or may never understand, but you don't need to. It just works on its own. It gives you time for praise, it gives you time for thanks, it gives you time for gratitude, it gives you time for belief, it gives you time for faith, for understanding, for knowledge, for reconsideration, for overstanding, for perspective, for observation. That time where you just sit back and think like, dang, I'm glad I have this detail. I'm glad this is worked out. I'm glad I don't got to worry about this because it makes my life a lot easier. I'm glad I handled this because it makes my life a lot easier. I'm glad I put this in perspective because it makes my life a lot easier. Yeah. So that's what a Virgo moon gives us time to analyze all the things we do on routine and pattern and how it led up to our final result, that is today, or these current results, not final, the current results that we're in right now. And it's also another crescent moon on the other side. So it's like, on one side, it's like you're almost there. And on the other side, you just started. So I guess you could say you're almost there again. It's kind of like you're beginning and you're almost there, rather than like you're almost to the middle, or you're almost to the conclusion, rather than it's almost over. I don't know. Well, no, I do know. It's like almost over, almost there. So almost there, crescent moon on the right side, like you just figured it out, or you're about to figure it out. Figured it out. I just figured it out. Now what? So what you just figured out is that you have a perspective that needs to be analyzed to see how it got you to these results, to see if you like these results and how you're being seen, or you don't like these results and how you're being seen, and how to healthily, modestly, productively, and correctly align if you healthily know how to align and connect and adjust and create new pathways and just different ideas, man. It doesn't have to be something right away or immediate change. It can be just the thought that counts. Like, that's where Virgo comes in with Gemini. The thought of Gemini always creates a reaction when sowed with good intent and a pure heart, because passion always takes over with those two incorporated. And when you got love, when you mix those ingredients, passion takes over, and then your individuality shows and your own spunk, your own fire. Then you get a taste of where you left off. So your passion can be in the home right now. So your passion of Mars being in Cancer can be in like a comfort zone of only wanting to do something when you feel passionate. But if you're in the home, or you're in your comfort zone, or if you're in some sort of routine and pattern that you don't plan on getting out of, and you've been in it for a long time, you've been concerned with only a set of things for a long time, you won't see passion. Like, if you haven't seen passion, if you haven't seen an influx of passion, if you're not naturally a passionate person, if you don't have anything you're passionate about, your passion will kind of go to waste to only like your regular routine and pattern job, 9 to 5. If I mean, that may be all you need to be passionate about. Maybe you just need to watch someone like me, or like look at certain things, or have fun in certain different ways, and interact and enjoy your time in other ways. So that was for the Leo and the new moon in Leo, where you found new things or did something new to enjoy your time, so you can feel that passion that you're comfortable with in a safe environment around people you're comfortable with, or close friends and family, or around things that remind you of close friends and family and your upbringing. So if you did that, you feel clean and clear to go working and doing something new, or working on something new, or doing it in a new way. Maybe you just got a new idea about it. Maybe it's just a new day and you got a new spunk. You heard a new song. You got a new attitude. You're one step further than you was yesterday. So that's another way you can look at it when it's a new moon, or when it's a new moon. You don't have to look at it like, I gotta be doing something new, or I gotta break something new down, or even a shift in the moon. You can just look at it like something new happens every day. Something becomes new every moment. Newness is a energy and an observation on its own. We are sitting in newness every moment. We're sitting in freshness and richness and blissness and beauty and amazingness and understanding and a calm and joy and love, in moments that can be remembered forever and captured forever, or that are worth forever. Every moment, every forever. So therefore, when we're surrounding ourselves with a beautiful moment and beautiful times and beautiful people, beautiful imaginations, beautiful thoughts, everything's always beautiful. Everything's always new. We're always going to the new. So that's going to take us into this Virgo moon. And then when we go through this Virgo moon, we're just going to be spending our time doing something new externally, or working on something in a new way, or working on something new to get attention, so we can look like we're playing the center stage or the role of something.